Enjoy the show.
Hello guys, it's me Josh, and we're doing another Lynxy Series review, this time Season 3, and it is the Demonite Saga. So, basically, simple, long plot as usual, with Lynxy back to her usual self. Life seems to be fresh for her. She enters a bar to get her energy back so she can go on travels of being a survivalist. We learned that Lynxy likes to drink creamed milk, which from behind the scenes, Lucas was Green himself, the creator of the series, was told cats actually don't like milk. But since Lynxias are entirely different species, he was able to let that slide. She gets into a fight with some goons while hearing the awesome tunes of the new character, Dee Dee. Sounds who is the show's new attempt of music without risking copyright for him. And the stunt does pay off well, and he actually plays out as one of the series' most lovable characters for me. A scene that shows this is while Lynxy is fighting the goons and Dee Dee stops singing. She encourages him to just keep going, finishing off the goons, and Lynxy uses the music as confidence for boosting her, allow her put more power in her punches. We are also introduced to another cameo by the late Angry Grandpa, which he did use very early on, talking to an older hermit about his crazy stories of Lynxy being possessed by evil presence. Which, as we know, was true, but the humor is golden, and the best moment is when Michael sees his dad running away, and Lynxy just grabs him and starts whining before he gets tossed. The hermit also claims 5 cars escaped when the Dark Fortress explodes, which is setting up for the first half of our plot. As Lynxy overhears a motorcycle going out of control, she feels the control to investigate. As she investigates, we have a cameo which he was able to somehow do by the late McCoy Duncan. I don't know how he did it. Playing our new side villain, Mastiff, is introduced as a human plan to kill her, but it easily fails. After some walking through the desert, and Lynxy is being spied on by Ace, who is still holding grudges for what Lynxy did to him. And for the good of the people, he believes she must be destroyed. So Ace plans to build a mech suit, and we get to see Dr. X build his gadgets at ECA, which I requested Lucas that we should see. Lynxy finds the first Escape Warrior Top Gear, a reference to that classic sports car show. He explained that his motorcycle is out of control, so Lynxy tries to tame, but ends up destroying it a bit by placing it in a puddle of lava. However, the puddle erupts, and out came Demon, now reborn as this badass savage Demonite. He easily overpowers Lynxy and is about to kill her when his new demonic senses picks up a strange power. He left Lynxy claiming he would kill her when the time is right if Demonite killed her now without knowing who this power was and who knows how it could affect him. Demonite created a lair for himself by using the remains of the Dark Fortress, and with his dark magic he created the Dark Spire. His tower could be seen from anywhere, which allowed Demonite a great view, and besides wanted people to find he knew he was now powerful. He feared no one, if anything, he's looking for fights. However, with this problem, he needed henchmen to help him cause out chaos while he personally figures out the mystery of the mysterious power. Demonite shows how evil he is by turning innocent people who have done nothing wrong to convince them to give up their own lives for even greater power. Not willing to die, they gladly accept. I mean, if it was you, I'm sure you wouldn't want to be killed, so maybe it's a smart choice. But anyway, our side villains are a local goon who has friend to kill thanks to Lynxy, who becomes Naga, and of course, Massive. They are sent to cause havoc on Kendoya, and acclaimed mistress substance called Quasar lenient. Demonite also created his monsters using the Footling. However, unlike Delilah, changing the soul of the Footling into new beings. The Footling here are left with their lives and shapeshifting in exchange for monster transformation in red robes. Demon Knight doesn't sit on his butt though. He actually decides to get out there and find this mystery power tracing its aurora. While the monster tried to kill the rebels, Ace managed to face the creature and kill him, giving him the praise of the people. Demon Knight found energy which led him to Lynxy. Refusing to believe it was Lynxy, he left and headed back to the Dark Spire to wait his henchmen. Massive and Naga find Lynn as he was guarding some Quasar Naga, being a snake, had deadly attacks. One of them is Serpent's Gaze, which is a reference to Medusa from Greek mythology. And I do have to give Lucas credit for all the references. Naga and Massive have brought Lynn and the Quasar back to the Dark Spire, but despite their victories, Demon Knight was still unsure as he revealed the power he sensed was equal to their own. After smashing up tables, Naga told Demon Knight he had an idea who it was, and despite them gathering the missing cards, Demon Knight was still focused on finding this power. After Lynxy faces him and trying to prove that she is stronger, her power was now nothing compared to Demon Knight's. But that's not all. Something was wrong with Lynxy ever since she was free from Delilah. She had the strange pain inside her. Eventually, Demon Knight found Dr. Carl. Due to previous Dark Lore, he tried to stop Demon Knight as he felt responsible for putting him on this path. And this gave Carl an actually good fight we haven't seen since a senior fought Dark Lord. Eventually, Dark Lord was defeated and turned to stone by Naga, which disappointed Demon Knight. This wasn't the warrior he sensed, which means the warrior is still out there. Meanwhile, Massive secured more Quasar, revealing his power of gravity. Despite Ace's efforts, he had failed. Back with Demon Knight, he encountered the servant and got into the argument. Demon Knight turned on the servant and killed him in one of his best kills ever, as he tosses the servant to his death while being hit by an aura attack. However, Demon Knight came to the conclusion that the Sovereign was the one he sensed, so he believed once he killed him, then he would be the strongest. Demon Knight vowed to kill him while DD Sound was doing what he could to lift the people's spirits in these dark times. Even the cameo claims that it was better than WrestleMania, which is a good joke. Eventually, DD saw Demon Knight and believed he could do more for the people by giving his message of hope to Demon Knight as well. He was waiting for the Sovereign. DD revealed himself to be the last missing warrior and agreed to turn himself in if Demon Knight would listen to his music. He agrees to this and allows him to play one last song for his own death, which is a very sad and heartwarming scene because you know when that song ends, it is over for him. And he chose lines by Skillet to show there was still hope. DD was turned to stone, and one character watches in horror as he felt the viewers did do this to watch a lovable character be taken out. That is very sad because any lovable character can be taken out. Ace came to save this one character and his son, and Demon Knight didn't bother trying to stop them as eventually he was going to be the strongest. Demon Knight confronted Sovereign, who revealed himself as to be the father of Demonite, while Lynxy was confronted by his mother's ghost, who revealed to be the true enemy was a big being from the stars. Which turns out to be Demon Knight, who's actually from Earth, admitted by Demonite despite his many offers. Demonite's mind wasn't changed, and he blasted Demonite from farther. He was strong. But he replies that his rage for Lynxy made his power even greater, and he blasted Demonite into nothing, becoming the new Sovereign, the most powerful evil in Candoria and the Lord of Hell. Lynxy was ready to face Demon Knight, but she needed to get herself fixed. But she saw a girl in a burning building. Ace saw too, and stopped seeing if Lynxy had some good in her. But no, she left the girl to die, which made Ace furious. Which there's a planet that's a Planet of the Apes. That is a Planet of the Apes reference, and he plans to face her for her crimes. She reached the medical center, and Ace tried to stop her, demanding the ring back, despite her warning to step aside. Ace refuses. Lynxy blasts Ace, and the most tragic death of all. As Ace, Candoya's defender, had died. Everyone felt this on Candoya. Lynxy washed herself clean while revealing to Layla. She had explained to Lynxy what happened as she came out of the fusion cannon events. Delilah wasn't gone. She ended up entrapped Lynxy's mind when the fusion cannon was fired on her the second time. She also revealed that Lynxy wasn't sick. She was pregnant as a result of the fusion cannon and a child with DNA. Both Lynxy and Demon child. This child could prove her father, and Lynxy gave her daughter her ring for her protection and named her Talus, casting Hal out to sea. Demonite faced the people, and they all thought he killed Ace, but as we know, he didn't kill the ECA company. It had taken over as a military defense, but they're no match for the Footling. Demonite heads back to the Darkspire. Massive was stealing even more Quasilenium, but then Delilah shows up, and after a little fight, it's revealed that Lynxy made a deal with Delilah, saying she can come out for fights. Then she takes over. Delilah called Lynxy stupid and said, "You let Delilah take full control, she will unlock her powered up form, which could easily prove a match for Demonites." Not to be fooled, Lynxy knew what she was doing. She was only doing this to gain back her empire, so she refused, and back at the Darkspire, Demonite said he had to leave to regenerate his powers in hell, as that fight with his father took a lot out of him. He said it would be back with a powerful weapon, and Naga took charge and sent the Massive back to work. It turns out the Quasilenium is the full source that powers this weapon of Demonites. Naga fought Lynxy. Yes, Lynxy refused help from Delilah after not trusting her. Despite the choice, it was horrible. Yes, Lynxy was right not to let Delilah help her, but without her strength, she was overpowered in the fight after just having a baby in a couple episodes ago. And we do show that Lynxy is reckless and brave. She lost in the fight in Gone Prison where Master took over watch, reference to Kung Fu Panda. And Lynxy does have a Kung Fu Panda joke, which is a good reference. Lynxy was now indeed unconscious, but with Lynxy knocked out, Delilah took control and busted her way while bringing back her technique, Darkness Claw's attack. Massive was caught in the explosion, and she sent the messenger to the Darkspire, claiming that she will soon return to take over. The Footling recognized her red eyes from her previous character with Delilah last season. Scared, he flew off. Delilah had very little time until Lynxy awoke. She planned to find a Lynxian relic called the Golden Scarab. And with the Scarab, if you find all three pieces, it will lead you to whatever you find. Then, once the thing you desire is found, 3 pieces scatter, and the search begins again, similar to Dragon Ball Z. And what Delilah wants is the spell book so she could find a spell to take over Lynxy's body once again. And completely, then use her powered up form to kill Demonites. So Naga has sent many monsters to stop Delilah, but they all failed, and eventually Demonite came home furious. He has sensed the power once again, and he returned to Darkspire to find Massive had been caught in the explosion, and Naga's monsters were failing. The Footling, who was the messenger, explained that Lynxy had red eyes, which led him to explain that Lynxy was at the time in charge of calling herself Delilah. Demonite, of course, realized that when he fired the fusion cannon, Delilah was born with. He was enraged and had no choice but to test his invention already, as Delilah was equal to his power. He knocked out her out just as she found out the spell book, and Lynxy awokes only to see Demonite fire his weapon, which reveals to be a portal projector. She was kicked inside, and that will lead us into season 4. Now I do let some stuff out. Lucas Green made the stakes higher by allowing the people, including cameos by Angry Grandpa, to be more involved, as Demonite is not just a threat to Lynxy but to the people as well. And Demonite's reveal, that was very well done with the dramatic, intense music, and you feel things that are even serious now. And another my thing is Demonite stolen his genes. Have a belt similar to the one in the original Star Wars trilogy. I did get the Easter egg, what you were doing there, Lucas, too. Now, is Delilah as a villain this season, as she is aiding Lynxy, but only for personal survivor, same as Lynxy motives? Is this the best season since season 2? Let's start with the characters. We have Lynxy. This season, she is pretty much weak from episodes 1 through 5, and she is benched by mysterious pain, which turns out to be her pregnancy. Then 6 through 10, she struggles to fight Delilah in her mind. However, she does have her moments. She has awesome scenes where she tries to face Demonite without her powers, despite being weak. She manages to fight off Delilah at times, and she doesn't fear Demonite despite his new form. And we start to see Lynxy's destiny from her mom's ghost. And it's also hard to put her out as good or evil, as she does do bad actions, and all those actions are for her own protection and survival, it being one of the last of her kind. So she lets a little girl die as when she needs to rush to the medical center to get medicine. And 2, Lynxy only cares about her people, no other species. Whether Lynxy is good or bad is up to the audience, but I see her as good. She just makes bad choices for the sake of her own protection. And the what if scenario, if Lynxy was fully evil, and that's what makes her interesting. You never know at times what's going through her mind. It's like you're struggling with choices. Delilah's back, and now this one, oh yes. He didn't want to just bring her back because fans liked her, but they wanted it to be relevant to Lynxy's character, and lucky it was indeed. Delilah was not killed, just trapped into Lynxy's mind. She is the real mystery power Demonite has been sensing, the power equal to his own, which explains why the power has always led Demonite to Lynxy, and the power was there deep within. She tries to convince Lynxy into letting her take control so she can use the power up force to kill Demonite, which sounds easy, but remember this. Delilah only wants control of her body to have her life back, and as she now knows, she's not real, and this could be her one chance at life. Like Lynxy, she is a survivalist, but she's a power-hungry villain who is determined to get what she wants, and this season she is manipulative. Delilah eventually gets free when Lynxy knocks herself out unconscious, allowing Delilah to work quickly to try and find the spellbook and find spells to take over Lynxy's body permanently. However, being so close to Demonite knocks her on the head, and she gets back trapped in Lynxy's mind. Now, the big bad is Demon. He is now reborn as Demonite. Now, Demonite is back with a more proper demonic look, and Lucas wanted to give him some personality and a more proper demonic look, which I think works in the long run. So we decided to make him savage than ever. So his overall design is biker themed, and he gets a pretty sweet motorcycle to go with it. Not to mention his new demonic voice. That was a challenge from the very beginning. He was a challenge. You see, Demon is one of the hardest characters to write, and the reason to Lucas, it was clear. He wanted Demon to be power hungry, but not have the same mistakes as the previous ones. So, for the sake, example, the Emperor from Star Wars Episode 6. He said he was going to kill Luke instead of using his lightning to torture him. And that is the problem with most villains and general villains. With power, need to have good reason why they don't kill their enemy. Otherwise, it makes them kind of stupid. And this has not been seen in the eyes of critics, but local viewers as well. So that was his main goal with his character. Demonite arrives and is shown to have many powers, and he has improved and built a visor, metallic claws, and a new special move called Desolation Claw, which I loved. And Lucas has not used it yet, so it shows how much power Demonite is holding back. And despite his new power, he knows someone else is out there, and he can't kill Lynxy until he deals with this threats, because they pose more problem than Lynxy. So his main focus from episodes 1 through 5 is finding the powerful warrior he faces. Dark Lord beats him in combat, and we see how cruel Demonite is mentally as he allows the singer Dee Dee Sound to play his own funeral song, and he even kills the servant who gave him his powers in one of the most kills. Eventually, he comes to the conclusion that Sovereign is the one who has been sentenced, so he kills despite the fact that he's his father, even knowing his birth planet, which is Earth, which it doesn't change his mind. Now, thinking he's the strongest, he lets people know that that he's leaving, and he realizes that he can't fight Lynxy yet. When he killed his father, it took a lot out of him, so he had to go to hell, regain his strength, and he comes back in episode 10 only to discover that Delilah is the power he's been sensing. And he is happy to say, Lucas is happy to say that he's the first villain not to die in the season, and Demonite is going to be around for 2 more seasons. So this is a trilogy of the show to really treat Demonite as the big bad, not because he's the strongest, but he puts how much effort into his work. We have other characters like Naga and Massive. I really liked them. Dee Dee Sound was also really quite great. Ace, however, dies in this season, and his death is sad, but spoilers if you have not watched this. Go watch it. I do have the playlist will be down in the comments below. Yeah, he does die, and he goes out in a pretty good way, sad, emotional way. We also have Sovereign and Demonite, and I like them too. Once all the characters here is great, I do love what Lucas was doing. He's clearly taking the villain of Demonite and making him the hardcore big bad, as you should say. He's a villain that's not to be reckoned with, and when you mess with him, it is going to put you at some very harsh consequences. So yeah, I really did like that fact. He actually did that. So the big question is this better than season 2? Now, unfortunately, I can't answer that because I like both of them, both season 2 and season 3. But I have to say, this puts a lot of intensity into it, and I do love the design of Demonite. I still like the design of Kendoya, and we do get to see a ECA. So yeah, overall, I have to say the Lynxy Series Season 3, the Demonite Saga, is just as good as the first 2 seasons. I can't wait to see more of Demonite in Season 4. And special news for everyone who is going to be watching this and who's subscribed to Lucas Green and all the Neuropack members. Season 4, I have been invited to Season 4. And I will be doing the voice of a character in season 4. I don't know who the name of my character is yet, but I am supposed to be recording some dialogue for him whenever I get the script episodes. But he's working that out now. So I have to say, I can't wait to see how my character looks and how it turns out. Hopefully, it turns out great. Season 4 is going to be great, and season 5 is going to be great. The trilogy of Demonite, the Demonite trilogy, has just begun. And when I get more into who my character is, I'll let you guys know. But I have to say thank you, Lucas, for so far 3 seasons in, and no season is bad. None. So, if I was to give the Lynxy Series Season 3 a rating, I would have to give this a solid. You know what? This is gonna get my seal of approval once again. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with how this season turned out. So, let me know what you guys think about season 3 of the Lynxy series, the Demonite Saga. If you've seen it, what are your thoughts on it? And if you like what you see and you come here, subscribe to the channel, and more is on the way soon. So, by the time you see this, it is 10/16, and it is April the 19th, and so this might be uploaded in a few days. So if you like this, you can come here, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys for more, and this is Future Filmmaker 39480 signing out, and you guys keep it cool. Bye. The Demonite Saga continues.